We're going to use a Venn diagram to help us make some interesting counts. Take a look at this situation right here. So it says, out of a survey of 630 students, it was noted that, okay, and then there's a bunch of information here, right? We've got 75 taking finance classes, 100 taking management classes, 90 taking accounting, 35 taking both finance and management, 30 were taking finance and accounting, and so on, right? Lots of information right there. And then we're asked these questions. So one question is, out of these 630 students, how many were taking only accounting? So we got to come back up here and look through all this to find out the answer to this question. And then the next question might be, how many were taking accounting and management but not finance? So we need a nice way to sort through all this information to answer these questions. And we're going to do this with a Venn diagram. So up here, I'm going to draw a big Venn diagram. And I'm going to write circles for each one of these categories. So maybe this one's for finance. This one here is for management. And this one here is for accounting. Now I'm going to start filling in each one of these regions here. And I'm going to start it by doing this. I'm going to start at the middle first and then work my way out. And when you read this, usually these problems are written this way. Start at the bottom because that's where all three are going to be, and then work your way up. So what do we know first? 20, we're taking all three classes. So I'm going to put a 20 right there, right? 20 people in all three sets. Now just follow it up one. You got 45 in management and accounting. So 45 in management and accounting. Now over here, here's management and accounting, right? That part right there. Where are you in? If you're in here, you're where? Management and accounting. So how many are in there? Well, it says 45. But look, we've already accounted for 20. So 45 in here, I've already accounted for 20. So how many are left? 25 in that little group. And what is that group? That is the group of people taking management and accounting, but not finance. Now work your way up again. 30, we're taking finance and accounting. All right, so where's finance and accounting? That's here. This is finance. So finance and accounting, that's this group right here. We have what? 30 people in here. Now there's 30 altogether. I've already counted for 20. So in this part right here, there must be 10. And who are those 10? These are people taking only finance and accounting. Well, they're taking finance and accounting, but not management. But I've got 30 in that set there, finance and accounting. Now work your way up again. We've got 35 taking finance and management. All right, finance and management is right here. And we've got how many in there? Finance, 35? So 35 are in this group right here, but we've already accounted for 20. So 35 minus 20, we've got 15 people in that group. And those 15 people are taking both finite and management, but not accounting, right? You're right here. So you're in finite, you're in management, but you're outside of accounting. Follow it up one more. 90 people were taking accounting. So bring it down here. There's 90 people in here. So we've already counted for what? 10, 30, 55. So 90 minus 55 puts us with 35 in that group right there. Now what is that group? These are people taking only accounting. They're not taking finance and they're not taking management. They're taking only accounting. But if I add all these up, I get 90 people in that set. Follow it up one more. We got 100 people taking management. So I come over to management. There's 100 people in this circle right here. So how many have we accounted for already? Well, here's 35 and 35. I'm sorry, 35, yeah. 35 here and 25. That's 60. We had 100 altogether. So there must be 40 out here, and those are people taking only management. They're not in finance, and they're not in accounting. Now bring it up to the top here. We've got, 75 people taking finance. So there's 75 in this group. How many have we accounted for? 30, 45. So 75 minus 45 leaves 30. So there's 30 people in that group right there. Those are people taking only finance, not management, and not accounting. Now here's where we are so far. If you count all these people here, just add up all those numbers, you're going to come up with 175. I'll do it here. So I've added them up. I took 30 plus 40 plus 35 plus 10 plus 15 plus 25 plus 20, and I got 175. Now altogether, there were how many people? If I look back up here to the top, 630 altogether. So if there were 630, if I take that 630 and subtract 175, I get 455 people. So where are these people? Well, they're not in any set at all, right? They're out here. So that region outside is 455, right? These are people that are not taking any of those classes. So let's answer our questions. Number one, how many people are taking only accounting? So we come over here. I can see it. Only accounting is that region right there. So it's 35, right? We got 35 there. Second question, how many people are taking accounting and management, but not finance? All right, so accounting and management, that's right here. Accounting and management, but not finance. So you got to be in this region right here. I want to be in accounting and management, but outside of finance. So there's 25 people in that group. And now, part C, how many people are taking exactly 2 classes? So exactly 2 classes, where could you be? You could be exactly in these 2, right? Finance and accounting. Or you could be in these 2, finance and management. Or you could be in these 2, accounting and management. So I'm going to answer this question by adding those up. I could get 10 plus 15 plus 25. So what do I get here? 40, 50 people? And the last question, which is answered when we got this number right here, how many are taking none of the classes? Well, that's the 630 altogether, minus the 175 that you have accounted for in here. So that number right there, we know, is 455.